Heyo, my City Skylines friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and we're back with another episode of Let's Play Cities, and I'm super pumped up for this one. So, a couple things to go over. First of all, traffic. I was tinkering around, and things are much better. Still got little bits of red here, little here. I mean, at your to be expected intersections, but it's not like cancer running right down the center of my city, just spreading everywhere. This part is still pretty bad, but generally from where things were, it's cleaned up. And I just was rethinking things like having an intersection here. You can see I just deleted this little bit here. Now they can go longer without hitting a red light, and that alone clears traffic up. We've already talked about this in the last episode, how I was saying I don't like the off-ramps being like at an intersection like this, because they have to wait. These people are getting off, they have to wait, then the light goes, and you want them to be able to flow in and off of traffic. So one of the things I've decided to play around with is doing something like this. So instead of the road passing straight through, I've deleted it, but I'll give them an alternate avenue, like up here. So they have to drive down to here to go down there. And it does push the congestion over here a little bit, but this is kind of like an exception. There's a lot of heavy traffic coming this way, and you know, that's a bad intersection. So what this area would probably benefit from is a roundabout, kind of like this. Now this roundabout is helping, but it's too small. And as we've seen from over here and over here, when you do big roundabouts, it works. And hopefully this one works as well. It's a little bit small, but generally speaking, this is something we tried in the last episode, and I think this might work better. Because it's only coming off and it's going on, whereas this is, it's coming on, it's going on, it's coming off, and it's also coming in. So there's more things to worry about. But yeah, this part is a little bit red still, and it's gonna go all the way down. It's a little bit heavy duty, but it's not the worst. And you know, every city's bound to have traffic problems, but I feel like I've done a pretty good job at cleaning up most of it. We have this high tourism area over here, lots of commercial, but for the most part there's only little bits of red, and it's not so bad. So I'm pretty happy with it, considering this is my first city and I've made so many mistakes, and you know, we've been learning and we're getting better as we go. This was an atrocity, and I learned from this mistake, and I'm getting a little bit better understanding on how to do traffic flow. And it's really about reducing those intersections and using, you know, as you know, having long stretches of road before you get to a light. Even this, I probably should reconsider this, like get rid of this road here. You know, and this is just me going back and cleaning up mistakes. So there are a few little outliers that spring up that could probably be cleaned up still. And there's one here. This is all red. The last thing you want is another light here. So you know, even this could probably be deleted and moved somewhere else, because this is such a heavy spot. Maybe deleting this road and having it come over here is better. So it's just about thinking those things through. And as I was thinking about this, like, I use a lot of 6-lane roads. Probably be better to use 4-lane avenues for the residential stuff. You only really need the 6 lanes when you got commercial and industrial pushing through. So again, learning from my mistakes and moving on to the next map or whatever I play next, or just even wherever I decide to expand, I have some new strategies. But so far, I'm still really enjoying my city. So that's the first thing I wanted to go over with. Traffic is much better, and I'm much happier about that. And then I was deciding to, you know, in between episodes, I kind of plan and think about, like, what am I going to build in the next episode? Oh no. Oh no. Is there an autosave? Okay, well, since we're here, I could show you. It autosaved and it loaded back into the autosave, and that's not what I want. I'll have to go back to my actual save. Anyways, I was thinking about, like, would it be possible to run a highway down here to these islands? And I was playing around with it, and I could probably get one down to here. Since we're going to reload our save anyways, it's okay. But yeah, we can generally get a highway down to these islands. and but they were so big, they're tall and stuff like that, and I was trying to figure out how does the sculpting work in this game, because I was having troubles with it before, and it kept on saying like not enough soil, and I thought that meant something to do with the steepness of it, like you can't bring this down because it's too steep, so you have to like slowly chip away at it, is what I was thinking. Let me give you guys an example. So I can raise it up, I can lower it, but eventually it would say like not enough soil. And I thought that's because like it's all rock, not soil. I don't know. But right here, guys, how did I not see this? In the top left corner, there's soil availability. And so when I was sculpting stuff in the past or playing around with things, whoops, I was trying to, you know, bring something out, and then it'd be like not enough soil, and I was just looking at the tooltip over my mouse, not enough soil, and then I was like, well, what do I do? And then, you know, I was and then I was like, oh, I could take away soil here, and then, you know, but that's the soil availability up here. And the weird thing about this is look how fast it fills up in the top left corner. Whoop, it's full, and now you can't take any more away because your soil jar is full, so you have to go place it back down. So I have to take it from here and place it here, take it from here and place it here. I mean, there's probably a mod for this to increase the soil capacity, but it kind of makes sense, like you're moving soil from one place to the other, you know. And in some cases I kind of like that game mechanic, because it's as if like, you know, workers are doing this. They're, you know, it's simulating the fact that you have to take the soil from here and move it over there, and you can't just, you know, make it disappear into thin air. So it's a pretty cool system, and I like it. I was talking just a few episodes ago about how I'm really enjoying the simulation aspect of things. And in the last episode, we got up to like $2.2 million or something, and I was thinking to myself like, oh, well, how am I ever going to spend this money? Well, as you can see, guys, we literally have $6,000, and I was experimenting in between the videos, seeing how much money it would cost to like terraform, and while I was doing that, I learnt about this soil availability thing. So what I took from that was, if I want to flatten out these mountains, it's going to cost me about $1 million or more, $1 to $2 million per mountain. And that's because Raerei Cove puts so much soil down. Like, that is an abnormal amount of mountain. It's insanely large. I mean, I don't know how many meters each one of these are, but these mountains are like some of the tallest mountains in the world. I think that's like the top of the map. So they're, I mean, if you look at the size of a building and then you look at the size of these mountains, it's ridiculously high. So Raerei Cove is exceptionally difficult for terraforming, and in some cases that gives it more replayability, because you're going to build out your city, and if you're rich and you're sitting on $20 million by the time you get to the end of the map, it kind of takes away the enjoyment aspect of like, well, I'm not challenged if I don't need to earn my money and I just have nothing to spend it on. Well, this has a good, I guess, money dump. You always have something to dump your money on. You know, if I want to like level all this out, it's going to cost me a lot. If I want to level this island out, it's going to cost me millions of dollars to do that. And we're looking at like, if with all these islands combined together, we're looking at $50+ million to level it all out, at least. Probably 100 million at least. So yeah, it's not cheap. I spent through all $3 million just doing this. That's it. So if you look at the landmass of each little chunk like that is going to cost like $3 million. And what's interesting is when you take away a little bit, you have to put it somewhere else. So, you know, if we were to take this whole island down, like, you know, chop it off, it becomes much bigger. It's going to come out to here. So we're taking that soil here and we're just flattening it out like a pancake. So we're pushing all that land out. So you're actually going to grow your map size and have a much bigger region to build on. So it's definitely worth the money, because, you know, this island was really small before, and by just squishing it all out, it's a much bigger landmass. So if I were to flatten out these 3 islands, we would have like a pretty good sized city over here, like pretty darn good size. You know, bigger than some of the areas that we've built already. And what's interesting about these is they're islands. They're awesome. You get these cool bridges. You're gonna have bridges going over from one to the other, and you know, you'll have ferries coming in and out. We can play around with the boats and transportation. Another bridge coming over here. Eventually we can extend it over to here, and it makes it really fun. So now I'm like super excited to play on this map even more, but we simply can't afford to do this right now. So that's my rant, and I'm really pumped up to try and build on these islands. But as I mentioned in the last episode, we have 10 days until Fortnite. At the time of this recording, we're 10 days away from Fortnite, and that means I got about 10 episodes left in me. Maybe I'll do some more and try and balance it out, because nonetheless, I am really enjoying the game, and I'm not trying to just get it out of the way. But I do, you know, I'm on limited time. Let's put it that way. So whatever time I put into Cities is taken away from Fortnite or Planet Coaster. So I try to balance it out, and I want to be able to focus on Fortnite and less Cities. But I'm really enjoying this game, and I really wish I could just play everything under the sun and have enough time to edit and release it all. But that's not the reality of the situation. So having said that, I really want to build an island over here, and I'm pumped up to do that. But in order to do that, we got to get a ton of money in the bank. So we're going back to our previous save, and we're going to start expanding on fast forward. And while everything is expanding, we have $3 million in the bank. This is what it looked like before, so you guys get an idea, before it was leveled out. So it was quite big when you squish it all out. This one will be quite big too. We're making like a mini continent, so or you guys get what I'm saying. A little country. So we are going to expand to all the areas where it makes sense to expand. We have land here. We don't need to flatten anything out. It's like, why go build an island over here when we have a perfectly good spot to build right here? So it doesn't make sense for us to go out there yet. And while we're expanding around, we're going to make that money that we need. So 10-minute rant of everything I've learned in between episodes. And I'm happy about my traffic flow. I did another thing. I changed the traffic flow around here a little bit. I put a roundabout in here, and this isn't so red anymore. It's got a little bit of orange, but it's not beet red. So yeah, generally speaking, it's not the best area. We have little spots that are bad, but I'm happy with it. So having said all that, we're ready to push on forward. We're getting demands for commercial and industrial, and nothing for residential yet. So I wanted to build some avenues up here and some houses and all that. It's just not necessary yet. So we really just need to focus on making our commercial and industrial. So in between the episodes, I divided the Briarwood Hills into two. So now we have an extra one that popped up, Wood Heights. So that's open to be named for anyone watching this video. That's a brand new region. So by the time I read subscriber comments, some of these regions may already be, you know, first come, first serve. Most likely all of these will be named by somebody. But Wood Heights is definitely new. So if someone wants to name that, go ahead. I'm not sure what we're going to do with this. I think a little bit of commercial should be fine. But we have so much commercial over here, so I'm not too sure what I want to do with it. Well, we could do some office buildings. You know, this is the only other office place we have. And office zones seem to not be that crazy in traffic. Now, one thing I haven't considered is my SkyTrain. We do need to wrap our I like the SkyTrain. I've taken a liking to it, and I've been focusing on it. So I do want to try and extend it. So here we go. Yeah, I want to upgrade these roads. I don't know if we can. Oh, we can. Awesome. So another thing, guys, is when you're playing this game, definitely put the highways up in the air. It's so much easier to work with. Which way do we want to go? Yeah, I want to bring this up. Probably would have been better to cut it through here, but that's okay as long as we have a way to get down here. I'll just run. Yeah, this is good. So if we have an office zone in here, I want to be able to Skytrain them in. Okay, we're gonna make a Skytrain station. That's not the one. Oh, is there a quick... Now, it breaks the bus loops. I'm gonna have to probably delete my bus routes and redo them at some point. Where can I put another one of these? Probably wouldn't hurt to actually have one like over here somewhere. I've gotten really comfortable with just letting things go. Just demolish stuff, Hail Mary, just letting things go, delete stuff, let it grow back, repave it in. It comes back really quick. Don't really have much to worry about. And now we can finally loop that back around, and then we can just follow it up through here. Beautiful. And then connect it in. And continue to upgrade. We're going to need another one in here. Get them close by. And then we can follow it out. This way. Yeah, that's better, I think. I just want to be able to turn it around and, like, keep the flow going. It's much better when it's flowy. When it has to come back out this way, it makes the setting up the routes for them kind of a little bit funky. So, alright, now we just need stops. So one here, 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 here. See, now it has to turn around. Didn't I... Yeah, it could just go back and forth, to be honest. And then we added in a road. Okay, we can take one from here down. Oh, it can't turn here. And then one from here to here. Wait. Yeah, we just want it to go back and forth. So if someone wants to get to the industrial area, they can. And then they can just transfer at that stop. That should be fine. Alright. And now that we have that in, we can do office zones. I can probably unpause this now. Office zones in and around the highway. Hopefully the noise doesn't bother them while they're working. But if they're fairly tall buildings, they should be above the roads, and we have sound barriers on our highways, I think. So that's good. Wait, what's the region? Okay, we don't want it there. And they'll probably want some little parks and stuff. Okay. Can I fit in another? So our industry demand just dropped. We have tons of room for office, and we got a little bit of variety now. We have dark blue leisure, light blue leisure. We have a lot of dark blue and a little bit of blue, light blue tourism. We have heavy green, light green, office, farms, and regular industrial. So a really good mix coming out this way. I like it. So we're getting a little bit of demand for residential, and look at that, 46,000 people in our city now. So we can start thinking about paving in up top. Now I do want to try and do like avenues. I think that would look cleaner and work better. Darn it, all my power lines. Slope is too steep. There's like no slope. Okay. We're gonna have housing all around the outside here. I think the avenues look much nicer. Like I said, I want to space out these intersections as much as possible. That's better. What about... you know what? Let's try this. Something like that. I want it to go through the mountain. I think that's enough avenues and roads. We could just fill it in with the small stuff now. Get that in there. Everything's running out of power. I'm gonna have to fix all that. I'll probably pause it for now. It's a 3-way. We could make it 4. It's kind of oddly shaped though. Probably be okay to have an intersection up here. I'm learning from my mistakes, guys. That did not add any housing. A little bit. Can we get under here? Oh, look at that. Nailed it. Maximum growth. Is that worth it? No. I could probably... Oh, that's not even worth it. Doesn't want to do it. Alright, that's fine. That's good. Some extra housing in there. Can we get it to there? No. I have no way of tying that in. Through the tunnel. I can accept an intersection here. They're just small runoffs. And some more housing. And we can have one there. We can oh, come on. Be nice. Nowhere. Oh, I'm gonna have to tie it in there. And there. Better? Get a couple more houses in. Can we go underneath? Nope. No, I'm not happy with any of that. I find there's like a little bug in this game that If you have stuff that's too steep, you get like holes in the map. So I don't like the steep cutoffs like that. I'm going to try and avoid that as much as possible because it does create these ugly things. So I don't think any of this is worth it at this point. But I did want to try and like get some houses in here. Just a little bit. Now this is an ugly intersection though. So I might have to delete that. But because it's all residential, we're not really pushing a lot of trucks up here. And for the most part, I think it'll be okay. You know what? Let's do some terraforming. Yeah. Lovely. Get a nice row of houses in here. I'm going to reconsider that now. Better. We could do a big park here. I know there's some pretty big ones. Ooh, just a little too big. That'll maximize our space. Might as well put the rest of the parks in. What is that? Oh, that's our university. I moved the university up to here. It was used in one of the episodes just a while ago. It was like over here. I ended up moving it up to the hills because it was just in the way and I couldn't find any spot to put it, and I believe it's the cause of a lot of traffic. So we will have some traffic coming up here for the people going to school, but the university's right beside a SkyTrain, so we're in luck. I could probably unpause the game, although this area doesn't have power. That's okay. We'll fix that in a sec. I just looked at the recording. I'm at 30 minutes already. I just don't know where the time's going. Okay. We need some more parks down here. Why? Okay, let's fix these power lines. Eventually I could just take away all the power lines. Come on. Hopscotch and power lines here. Alright, good. Let's get the zoning done. Actually, you know what? What kind of policies do I have up here? Let's do parks and recreation, free public transport, and so they use the SkyTrain for free. We'll give them a tax relief for high residential because we want them to move up there quickly. I don't know if high-tech housing works. Turn smart homes. I think that might only work for the light green, But if we so happen to put a little bit of light green in there, that would work. So I could probably do a nice little design where we have the high-tech housing around the outside on the cliff edge peering down, so they get like this nice view. Oh, we got a storm coming in. So lots of high-tech housing around the outside, which I think will look nice. And you know what? Let's do this whole little area. And maybe even this whole strip. And then all the big skyscrapers will be in the back there. Okay. Now, I need to get a highway up here somehow. I'll have to finagle one in. I was just thinking maybe we need some commercial, but I don't think it'll be too bad if I can get some roads coming down here and like a commercial strip down here. So people up here, if they want to go shopping, they just got to drive down the hill. Now, depending on how well I do the roads, if we can get a good flow of service trucks coming up these roads without causing traffic issues, I think it'll be okay to demolish some of these houses and put in a little bit of commercial. So I personally like to have some commercial mixed in with my residential. I don't want the people to have to drive too far to go shopping. You know what? Let's do high-tech housing around here as well. A little cleaner. And here. This whole little spot. Right to here. Good, good. Alright. The hilltop. I could probably sneak some more in here as well. I just when the little bits are fragmented like that, I much prefer them to be the small residential houses, because you get little houses on there and the skyscraper potential is very limited. So we'll have a bunch of big houses back there, high-tech housing. It's a good mix. It really is. And there's a university there, so we're incentivizing them all to get a great education. All of our smart people live up on the hill. I like it. And we'll just give that a sec to blossom. Maybe in between episodes I'll figure out some sort of on-ramp, off-ramp networking system to try and get some commercial up there and commercial about here. And we'll try and work in something there. See how that goes. Extend the roads out a bit. This whole area we're going to push out and do an ore industry down there. I think that'll be cool. I don't know which way to go next, but I want to wait a second and let this blossom before I end the episode. So we'll just have a look around at things. So the Taco King area from the other episode has developed quite nicely. Leisure. Just how I planned it. I didn't want a lot of skyscrapers coming in. It looks good. Oh, our office buildings have developed. Look at that. Alright. Now, how's the traffic on our new little office area? It's not too bad. It's quite good. This got worse. It's back to being its regular old self. Oh boy. I really think the only fix for that is to really delete this road in between. Force these people to go down, force these people to go up. But I would need to connect. Yeah, it really needs a roundabout here. I might even have to just like demolish everything and just put a roundabout in. Just the straight up and down ain't working. Intersection sucks. Roundabouts are awesome. So that's the lesson of the week, or I should say the entire Let's Play. So what I learned, you know, everywhere there's a roundabout, it's pretty good. So we're gonna have to play around with that a little bit more. All right, let's take another look at things. Yeah, I'm really excited. I want to build over here. I think that would be amazing. But we have so much land to cover still. We could do some ferries and some neat beach stuff down here. Because over here, I didn't really get to do much of that. Like, I got a little pier, a couple of them, some fishing spots, but not a whole lot. I guess I could probably put some more of that stuff in. Wouldn't hurt. Yeah. Alright, hilltop's coming in. Look at that, guys. It's beautiful up here. Love it. Alright, well, let's see the demand. So there's this, we put the offices in, and there's still a demand for more industrial. I really like the industrial. I think it's my favorite thing in the game. Because there's so much variety. You could do the offices, you could do the high-tech, you know, you could do forest, you could do farms, and oil, and ore. So there's so many cool options. Commercial's pretty cool because you get like the leisure and different things like that. Yeah, it's just so much fun, like trying to build these different style of zones. Now this farmland's probably like kind of strange because it's like the farm right in the middle of like a crazy metropolis. The farm's in the center of metropolis. It's usually on the outskirts of a city. But it works. We made it work. It's cool. It's unique. So I'm fine with it. So now that there's more industry demand, I think it'll be good. It's safe to say like we could use this forest. It's super lush. So we could do a forest industry down there. And then the next time there's a demand for industry, we can hopefully get our ore. Yeah, this whole area could be ore. And then maybe we'll do like a harbor or something, flatten this out a bit, and they can bring the goods off and ship them off on freighters and stuff like that. I can't wait to start like networking boats and ferries and stuff, so that should be fun. Yeah, cool. So, well, we accomplished getting Hayden Lemmacy up, and now we have lots of room for more growth. Tons of people are pouring in, almost at 50,000 now. And, yeah, we're ready to expand out again. Holy moly. This game goes really quick, guys. I absolutely love it. So, I can't wait to, you know, play it some more and try different maps out in the future. But if maps can... considering how big they are, and you know, if this was all land, if it wasn't giant mountains, I mean, I could see if this was a whole bunch of spots down here and down here. I mean, you could play a map for hundreds of hours if your computer can handle it, I guess. Like, I mean, it still seems to be running really smooth, so I'm just wondering when this game's gonna explode on me. Surprisingly, it's really good, so I think we can keep pushing it. So there you go, guys. That's going to do it for this episode. And in the next one, we're going to start building up here. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye now.